Why are you Hello. Hello, everyone.
Do you want your cash up thing up there?
Yeah, let's leave it up there. Hi.
Hey, guys.
God, Mama D, Mags, you know I love y'all. Rand, hello. So we've been at a wedding today. Hey, Cinnamon Girl.
It was my wedding.
Shut up. Hey, Peachy. It was actually my wedding. I divorced my husband and then I got married again. Actually, no. Oh, fuck. Hold on, y'all. Where'd y'all go?
All the way at the end. There you go.
Yeah, we've got some technical issues. Hey, Vicky. It's not really technical issues. It's basically that. So, hold on. My computer at some point has reset itself. Has what do they call that? Hey, lurking.
Updated.
It's updated. And so when I do my pictures, right? It's all different. Hey, Virgo.
Oh, that's just Google updating.
Oh, it was Google? Hey, yeah. Mountain Mama. So it doesn't do that. Like when I'm grabbing these photos, it does, hey, Halloween baby.
Oh, that too. Okay, never mind.
It goes to another place because all of it's different. So I am, well, it's too late now. Well, I am loading photographs. I've got them ready to, hey, Smiley, I've got them ready to go to load up, to show you fine people. And I go there where they should be, and they are not there. I don't not know where they are. Catherine will have to do a pretty deep forensic dive. How many dead
bodies are in there?
It's not any dead bodies.
How many dead bodies?
There's none, I swear.
How many dead bodies?
I have not posted any dead bodies.
How many are in your files on your computer? How many have you downloaded?
Oh, wait a minute. For this?
No, for the...
Oh, it's a lot of dead bodies.
In your computer?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm not going to go through your computer, actually.
God, why do you have to be so mean about it?
And today...
sorry.
I'm doing...
Eighth Quids.
Cat's Corner.
All right, yeah, so... Again.
They miss it. They love Cat's Corner.
Well, take it away. So I'm going to pin the link. Halloween baby. Hello, Lulu.
Guys. I'm just wearing a sweatshirt.
Sorry. You never let me have fun.
When's last? How long has it been since I did
It was 7 years ago.
She's having a little attitude tonight, guys. So I would better be careful. Okay.
Shut up.
Second year of college is pretty nice. I think it's been.
Excuse me.
See, even when I'm sitting here, you put it in front of my face.
I did that on purpose to make you cry. It worked.
Let's see. I just got done my first show of the year.
Yep.
It was a Greek play. In my career, that is the worst show I have ever done in my entire career.
She was nothing.
Worst show I've ever done. I think about it every day. I have to go to therapy now.
We're not drama queens at all. If that's what you're implying, people.
I'm not a trauma queen. I'm not a drama queen.
You can't even say it.
I'm a trauma queen. Okay.
There you are. That's what we're talking about. We're trauma queens.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting out of the way. There you go. Man, she's been on break for 2 weeks. Blah blah blah. Come on, pick up the fucking story. Let's go.
Wait, what have I been doing? That was fun. Assistant stage manager for that.
Yep.
I had my 2 classes, 3 classes this session. Now I'm in the second session of the year. There's 4 sessions, and I'm taking Intro to Sociology and Elementary Spanish.
Fuego.
Espanol.
Fuego.
That's gonna be pretty exciting. I don't know the professor teaching them. I've heard that they're nice.
We'll see.
I'll update you guys on that. The next show we're doing, is almost Maine. I'm not doing anything for it yet. We'll see. I'll probably do some tech for it. I'm building for it. On my first day of work on that on Tuesday.
Yep, that's true. Yep.
So I've been on fall break.
Yep.
My last day of fall break is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I want
another one
that not to end. I'm gonna major in film, and right now I think I'm gonna minor in theater and English. But I did not know that I could minor in directing, which is what I want to be. So I might minor in directing and acting. Oh, it's such a good idea.
I like to think that I
also want to minor in English or maybe script writing. Maybe I should minor in script writing.
What fucking things can you minor in?
I'm only gonna double minor.
Okay.
I think I can triple minor.
I think that Kat's fascination with the arts started when she watched me do parodies.
That kind of broke it a little bit.
Okay, you're probably right. That's probably true.
I think it's funny that I was named after a really famous actress.
And yeah.
And then I love film.
Yeah,
I think that's really funny.
Weird.
If you didn't know, my name is Katharine Hepburn. That's right?
Yes, Katharine Hepburn.
I'm drunk, guys. I'm drunk.
I love her. She's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I was named after Katharine Hepburn, and then I love theater and film. Love acting, I love directing.
It's all true. Did
you redo your makeup?
No, I just spruced it up a little bit.
Okay, guys.
Okay, well, bye.
Oh, I love you guys.
Oh, God. Hello, friends.
Hold on, there's still some words.
There is nothing you have left to say.
I want to.
She tries to take over.
Okay. Hey,
State was sore. I'm sorry, my love. Go to bed.
We love you, State.
Can't Pine, I love you. Okay, bye.
I was gonna say history is really cool. I was thinking about history, but then that's a lot to remember.
History's a lot, Nancy. History's a lot.
History's a lot. Like, and
today's history.
Every day it grows. And
that's why it's stupid.
Yeah. I don't believe in history. I love Trump.
Yeah. Oh, God, no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. All right, I'm going to put y'all over here I do. Bye. We love you. I'll see you upstairs in a little while.
Here's some. I'm going to be asleep. Guys, here's some of my fidgeting that I know you guys like.
Oh, please don't fidget. Please don't fidget. There we go. I don't like the fidgeting. All right, I got to put my phone so I can see y'all in chat when I go over to the photographs. But don't worry, but there's not a lot of photographs.
What do you mean when you go for photographs?
When I come over. Okay, sorry. Yeah, no, it does. Hey, raindrop. My sun, my moon.
I'm going to have to climb upstairs because I'm tired.
You bet.
And I was dragged down here.
You were dragged down here, actually. That's probably
I was in my bed, wrapped in my blankets, about to go on my iPad.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Just get out. Just get out. Yeah. It doesn't matter. She's killing me right now. She's milking this appearance right now. It doesn't matter. Go upstairs. So like I said, we were at a wedding today. My husband's niece got married. I shouldn't even say anything. And they're not subscribed to my channel, so they're not going to see this. So let's talk about that. I know, right, Mama Bear's like, Jesus, just go. So let's talk about this wedding real quick. My husband's niece is absolutely lovely. Lovely girl. My husband's sister, on the other hand, ASDA. So my husband's sister has been married 3 times. And 3 times she has gotten the wedding dress, had a wedding. I don't go to second weddings, and I really don't fucking go to third weddings, okay? So that ain't gonna happen. Well, she married this guy. This is the sister, not the niece. Married this dude who was a ex rodeo whatever. Okay. Okay. Good. Now, he lives on a farm. So now my sister-in-law, oh, she loves weddings, marriage, not so much. So her daughter's getting married today. And my sister-in-law decides that it's a good idea to go around the farm there that they live on and have her picture made. Oh, baby, Emily, everything. 3 wedding dresses, 3 receptions, 3 everything. 3. And I might like Tupac. At this point, I think you wear white on your first one, even though we all know. You wear maybe like a ivory on your second, but at the third, you're just going to wear black. Just going to wear black. But anyway, we didn't do that. So she decided that she was going to have pictures made around the farm. So she's got herself beside a big old thing of hay, and she's posing for the hay. The husband is in a band. So she has a picture of herself strumming a guitar that she can't fucking play. Okay. So I kind of knew this wedding was going to go south in a big way, somehow, some way. And look, I love country folk. I am from country folk. I have grown up around country folk. But when everyone was deciding here what they were going to wear, I just kept thinking to myself, does it matter? Somebody is going to be there in overalls. I wasn't wrong. So we get to the wedding, right? And because in the third wedding, let me just say, my husband was asked to be in it. He had to wear a cowboy hat. That's one of the reasons I didn't go, because I ain't trying to lose respect for my own husband. And when the photos popped up on Facebook, I didn't even look. I ain't trying to lose respect. He looked like a moron. Anyway, so we have the sister-in-law having her own photo shoot right the week before daughter's wedding, because God knows we can't. We get to the wedding. I see ladies in dresses and cowboy boots. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cute. That's cute. And then the cowboy hats started to make an appearance. And I'm like, I told my husband, for every woman I see wearing a dress and cowboy boots, and don't get me wrong, some people pull it off. These people did not. That's going to be 10 minutes off this wedding. We're leaving early. Every man I see in a cowboy hat, 10 minutes off. 10 minutes off. Hey, I go, thank you. I made that agreement. Well, my sister-in-law comes out of the venue because it's outside, sitting facing the sun, by the way. She had a wedding planner. Hey, ice hockey, hold on. 3-3, third period. I don't know who scored the third goal, but I hope it's Austin Matthews. All right, so my sister-in-law comes out of the venue. And I wish I'd have taken a picture of this, but it would have been so obvious. She has got a gold lame dress that's beaded from off the shoulder right here all the way down to the ground. And her cowgirl boots. And then my mother-in-law comes out. Another beaded number. Not gold lame, though. And then the brother-in-law. The brother-in-law comes walking out of the venue. I fucking wish I was kidding right now. He had on a cowboy hat. He had on, shit you not, a black, like, rodeo black with gold shit, gold swirly swirls. And I'm thinking to myself, I worried about what the fuck I was going to wear at this wedding. I actually worried about that. He is dressed like a fucking pinata right now. So, because anything that is in my mind shows up on my face. I don't have to say it. It's on my face. So I always try to maintain the resting bitch face, you know. And not, but I can't catch it all the time. It just happens. So when and then the bride, oh yeah. The bridesmaids come out in velour dresses. Okay, look, burnt orange. Probably the ugliest color that exists. Burnt orange. But I said, you know what? Do what you do. And then I looked down and every damn one of them had on the cowgirl boots. The cowgirl boots. And I'm like, that is 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes. We're getting up there now. We've got men with cowboy hats on. Ladies with boots and dresses. So the wedding happens. You don't have to go to a wedding. And then they have to take all the pictures around, takes like an hour or whatever. I don't even know. And the brother-in-law walks up. And I look over with my resting bitch face. And I see that he's got a necklace on. He got a necklace on. And I'm looking at it like, what is that? With his gold lame and black cowboy shirt. And I look, it's a lightning bolt with TCB. Do y'all know what a lightning bolt and TCB means? If you don't, I'm going to tell you. Back in the day, there was a singer named Elvis. And his little phrase was taking care of business. TCB. Sorry, I got it wrong. Taking care of business with a lightning bolt. This was a necklace that hung around his gold lame and black cowboy shirt with his cowboy hat. And then I'm thinking, they're not his. I know what the initials mean. I know what the lightning bolt means. But I'm trying to remember. I'm like, his name is, they're not. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, wait a minute. I forgot the guy's name. I think I don't even know it. I only met him a couple times. I don't even. And I'm like, wait a minute. No, his first name starts with a D. Where is the? And then I'm like, oh my God, this really is Elvis taking care of business. What the fuck? It's hanging down in front of his gold lame and black cowboy shirt to match her gold lame. She looked like a golden fucking hot dog is what she looked like. And I know that when I saw her, it was like, oh. I mean, I know I couldn't. Oh my God. I don't even the reception. I don't even talk about the reception. I don't even want to fucking talk because the people that I didn't see at the ceremony, somehow they doubled inside of the venue for the reception, and I'm like, where the fuck did these people come in? Why are there more women in cowboy boots? Why are there more cowboy hats? And I had like 4 fucking Michelobs, and then I'm like, get me the fuck up out of here. Oh, anyway, so that's been my day. That has been my whole day. Okay. Oh, and then okay, so it was catered. I mean, I am a foodie. You know, I'm a cooker. You heard she looked like a golden hot dog, but really a golden sausage because she's very short and she doesn't look like a hot dog. She looks like a golden Vienna sausage. Yeah. So okay, they had it catered. I know this sounds horrible. And it was like barbecue. I get it. Okay. Did I expect anything else? No, I did not. So then we got like, all right. So you know, every like the wedding director would come and say, okay, y'all can go up and grab this shit fest up here. Oh, thank you very much. So we get to a big thing of noodles, a big pan of noodles. And I thought, well, that looks weird, but you know, sure, give me some of those. And then I got back and you know, eating and my husband kid, because I make some killer mac and cheese, don't get me wrong. And he said, God, this mac and cheese is almost as good as yours. And I'm like, that's macaroni and cheese. I thought it was just noodles with some stuff. I didn't know. I really didn't know. And then I just got more beer. But anyway. Hello, Dawn Marie. That's the day I've had. All of my beer is worn off. The memories will always linger of exactly what I knew was going to happen before I got there. I fucking knew it. Everything that I knew was going to happen. In fact, I should have written it down. Now, I will tell you this. The gold lame dress, I was not ready for. That is something I did not. A beaded gold lame. LMAE. Go look for it. Go. If you don't know what it is, that I was not anticipating. The mother of the groom and my mother-in-law in beaded dresses to the ground at a 3:00 wedding. Not bad. Nope, was not. I knew that my sister-in-law's dress was going to be tacky. Don't get me wrong. Okay, Carrie, I knew it was vodka. No, Squid. Say it like Ernie. Vodka. That's the story for another time. I did it last night. So yeah, I knew that the dress was going to be tacky that my sister-in-law wore. I absolutely knew it. However, I did not expect the gold lame and beading. But she does love it. And I did not expect it to be this cut. You're the mother of the bride. Stop it. Stop it. And I know this was the look on my face. Oh, you meant to say, I know Squids ain't missed that now. Y'all know yesterday Ernie went live for 400 hours, even though he does not need YouTube and he will not be coming back. We'll review that a little, maybe this week. And then last night, I know y'all are here to talk about Ernie, but I got to get it out. If I don't get it out, hello, son of glory. If I don't get this out, I will explode. So, I'm busy last night. I'm working. I'm doing my research. I'm looking up stuff. I'm pulling up pictures. I'm trying to get, and he went live. And then I was like, let me click over see what this, because it was like back to black. And I'm like, well, what does this mean? I don't even know what that means. And he starts talking about his friend Crash and how he had to throat punch Crash in the neck because Renee Marie, he was going, Crash was drunk and he was running around getting at the pub and just want to fight everybody. And Ernie had to punch him in the throat. He said I had got blood all over me. I didn't want to have to punch him in the throat, but I did. Yeah, I got a black eye. Oh, he gave me a black eye. I got a black eye. Okay, so Ernie then forgets what he says. Hey, Bird. Ernie forgets that he has said that. And then Ernie cams up. You ain't got no black eye. The fuck you talking about, boy? You ain't got no black eye. And then he starts talking about all of his friends, like Mason. If y'all remember, Mason had a job, a wife, and kids. But now Mason on the road with him being a hobo. Okay. Ernie's now got himself an apartment. Okay. And he was showing that. Well, he showed the sofa. That was fun. And then Mark Terry came up and, hey, Freeze. I'm sorry, Tasmania. I know people don't know Mark Terry. I am not going to. Mark Terry is a troll from hell. I've known him for probably 6 or 7 years. And I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna talk about charges and all that. There's, there are, we're not going to go into that. We're just going to go with what was happening on the panel. So I know when Mark Terry is trolling, all right, and if he's over in Ernie's, he is fucking trolling, okay? Mark gets up on the panel, and he is just gross. And the funny thing is, Ernie just goes right along with Mark. Ernie is such a follower. He's not a leader, he's a follower. And so everywhere Mark Terry wanted Ernie to go, he just led him there. He just led him right there. So they were saying disgusting things, and I was in Ghost, and it was disgusting. And look, me and Katie might not get along, and well, we don't get along and whatnot. But this is what I will say. In that week or 2 weeks that the picture stuff came out, and then Bird completely turned on Katie, which she thought a week before there was never going to happen. And he said the things that he said. We're not going to go into them. I felt so hurt for her because she really did not. I think that man absolutely stunned her by turning on her and then turned around and said, stop. Okay, I'm not going to go into it. And Katie did lick her wounds for a little while, and I don't blame her. It was a rough couple of weeks, but she didn't run. I say that about Mama T all the time. Mama T they dragged her, lied, did this and that. Mama T didn't run one. Neither did Katie. She took a couple of days off. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that to this day, this is still being spoke on, and she is still being disrespected, and this is by anybody, about this bullshit, it's kind of getting old. It's a little too easy. Try to be smarter than that. If you're going to be an asshole, you don't go back and grab old shit. We've already heard it. Go make up something new. So that was being said, and I almost texted Mark and said, just stop. Well, then Karen Kevin David comes. Karen Kevin David gets on the panel. Hey, seriously. And if you will, hey, Punky, I'm sorry I'm missing people. I'm so sorry. So Karen Kevin David gets up there. And then Karen Kevin David he has had about 37 goddamn fucking shows with my name in it. I don't know why. And there was a point, Angela and Katie had a discussion on Mama T's. First ever heard of freaking God. the first, Angelo and Katie had a talk on Mama T's, cleared the air, told each other how they felt. Everything's fine, nothing to see here, okay? And Angelo made the comment, "Hey, Plurpy, how are you doing, honey?" Angelo made the comment, "I like you. I love Shannon." Kevin, Karen, David, I think last night said that about 73 times. Now let's talk about this for just what we're going to get to this. I swear to you. Angelo and I have been friends for, believe me, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. I don't know. We talk almost daily, if not 2 times a day. I mean, his wife, his son, his daughter, his grandchildren, love them all. Met, yeah. Our families have met. We are friends. He's probably my best friend. Honestly, my best friend. Okay. And when Angelo said that, okay, again, Katie wasn't asking Angelo to choose. I was not asking Angelo to choose. I don't think Katie and I would have done that. Angelo's not like that. There is nothing that I know nothing of Katie's channel. And what I mean is, when Angelo was the administrator, and he only ever handled strikes and counter strikes. I don't know anything about her channel, anything that went on in that channel. All right, that's not what. No. But Karen, Kevin, David is absolutely obsessed with this statement. I like Kathy, but I love Shannon. I mean, I had to leave. I had to leave the damn Rumble last night. I just got tired of hearing it. Kevin, Karen, David, I understand that you are obsessed with that statement. I guess me and Angelo could do some merch and send you a shirt or a sticker so that you could put it on your dick in a jar, and you could have 2 of your favorite things together, your old dick and that phrase. We'll work on it. I know we're not working with a very big jar. In fact, I'm going to show you how big I think that jar is. You ready? This is the dick. This is the jar your dick's in. Now we can try to get one that'll go across of it. I think it'd be nice. And you could put your dick in a jar on your mantle with that sticker, and you could just have, you could have, your world's complete, sweet pea. Complete. Me and Anissa and traders right now on the out probably never will be right. The things that were said about Anissa last night. Not funny. Juvenile. Inquiring as to traders, whatever. I'm not even going to go into it. The fact that these people, and Mark's included in that, he knows I get mad, he knows, have the nerve to talk about these women the way they do when they are sitting on nothing. Ernie is going to be homeless by Tuesday. All right. This is not his new apartment. Not even a little bit. He is going to be in a bush by Tuesday. Okay. Mark's situation is what it is. Kevin never leaves the fucking house. All right. Karen, Kevin, David has got his own little wonder world there. And you three, Karen, Kevin, David, do you really want to talk about nether regions and operations? Karen, Kevin, David, I don't think you should bring those up. I'm just saying, you're the last one to be talking shit on that. And Ernie, I don't think you need to talk about any kind of sexually transmitted disease with your ass full of the HIV. No, 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 no. So I can be mad at traders, and I can be mad at Katie, and I can be mad at Nissa. But when I saw what I saw last night, and when I heard what I heard, and then when I look, and there are women in Ernie's chat that are kikiing it up, when these other women were spoken about, it's going to be you, honey, one day. Fear not, all you people that are giving him money and whatnot, and you stop, you're going to be Katie. You're going to be Trisha. You're going to be traders, and you're going to be Anissa. And he's going to say the same shit about you. Write that down. I can make a sticker. I need a sticker maker. That's it. We'll work it out. I can put that on a sticker, right? Put it into an envelope. I won't take it off the. And then in about 2 years, because that's how long you motherfuckers take to get a clue, you will open that sticker up, open that envelope, and go, and the sticker would be, told you so. Just my opinion, but I don't think it was you didn't think it was a troll. We never had the cert. Yeah. Oh, you mean Kevin? You don't think Kevin's dick's in a jar? I'm sorry. You know what, Squiz? I mean, that's a possibility. That is absolutely a possibility. I don't know. I really don't. But there comes a point when you're a female and you have to say, this is not right. This is not right. You don't do that. If you don't respect women, don't mention them, I guess. Talk about all your boy stuff, Ernie, about Fred and Junior and Bobo, who came to the bar, and Fred, oh, he's crazy, and let me get Yaya go come in here in a little while, he crazy. Yeah, I think that's my editorial for tonight. It might be, but I did want to say, and it ain't okay. It ain't okay to talk about women the way you did, any of you. And it shows your maturity level. And look, I get it. It's, down here. I get it. I get it. Try to do better. And then bringing up anything else, like, I could just go, I'm not, though. I'll get in more trouble. I'll get in trouble for fucking supporting them. Watch what I tell you. There'll be a goddamn video tomorrow about it. Let's talk about some serial killers, wanna? The link is pinned. If you have a question or a comment, please don't show me your wiener or your caca or your boo-boos. I don't want to see them. So I told you that I was going to start adding in, right? We're going to add in some more current things going on. If you don't know, Austin, Texas has possibly got a serial killer. And there are criteria for serial killers that we will go over. But there have been 53 bodies pulled out of Lady Bird Lake. That is a lake in Austin. And and it's predominantly men, okay? And it's there's a street called Rainy Street, and that's where a lot of bars are. Okay, we're gonna throw up a map in a minute, and there are a lot of bars there. And the theory is, and this serial killer is called the Rainy Street Ripper, even though he's not a ripper, he's a drowner. Yeah. So apparently, men. Mostly, who have been on Rainy Street, which is right, it ends right there at Lady Bird Lake, have shown up dead Dead, drowned, same thing. I mean, it's just, I don't know about any of y'all, but we have a pretty big lake here. It's Smith Mountain Lake. It's like 200 and some miles of shoreline, okay? There are bars all over that place. We don't get a lot of drunks walking into a lake. But apparently in Austin, drunk people walk down Rainy Street and just walk right in the lake and drown. That is actually what the police said, and we'll get to that in a minute. So I do have some, again, y'all, I've been at the wedding. I did the things. I saved the photographs. I don't know where they went. They're not where they're supposed to be. But we got some, I got some history here. Now, also in Houston, Texas, 2 hours and 24 minutes away from Austin, about 165, 69 miles, something like that. There are bodies popping up in bayous, a string of bayous. And we're going to talk about the men dragged out of that. One guy, we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. I've been wanting to say that all week. So we've got there have been 38 bodies. Hold on. Since 2002, they have pulled 38 bodies out of that lake in Austin. And honestly, we're going to go back through some before this that were very odd. Okay. I can't go through all of them because it's from like February 2008. We've had a problem there in that lake. We've had a problem. There's a Holiday Inn that's right on the shoreline. It's a Holiday Inn right by the I-35 interstate. There have been classy responses. Amber, you just missed my, what was it up? Oh, a 44-minute talk about the wedding I went to today. You want to go back and get that because that's a story you're going to want to tell at church. But you have clusters of these things, clusters of them. You have a ramp up and then you have a ramp down, and then you'll be, they'll pick the drownings will pick up and then they'll let go. I mean, it's a thing. And then when you go, but Houston is never lumped in with this because one, they are that far apart. But there's also something going on in Houston. I have a lot of tabs open because, and I have a lot of tabs open because, again, the photos that I thought I loaded. Thank you for the update, Windows, you asshole. Now I don't know where anything is. So let's go through this. Let's start. And I think, let me see what I got here. Let me add it. So this here, this is Lady Bird Lake. It's actually a river, a part of the Colorado River that goes straight down to the Gulf of Mexico. This is a pretty densely populated area. We got some people there, absolutely. But you see right here, Rainy Street. And it says popular nightlife area. And it is. I mean, there's a lot, but that whole area's got a lot of bars in it. And let's see what picture's next because I don't even know. Here's that damn Holiday Inn right here. And here's Rainy Street. No, that's not. This is Rainy Street. So do you see? Okay, you're looking. Hold on. Oh, got a little there. There's Rainy Street right there. Right there. Down that. So what the police basically said is they don't have a problem with no serial killer. They got a problem with people that are drunk just walking into the river. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. They actually said, hey, Texas girl, we ain't got no serial killer. We just got people that drink a lot of alcohol and walk into the water. That's all. Nothing here to see, folks. Okay. Now this is going to take some twists and turns. This is going to take some twists and turns. I have to mention the smiley face killer. Do y'all remember have you ever heard of the smiley face killer? They only really are in like Chicago, northeast. Yeah, northeast. No, yeah. Nope. Yeah, up there, Midwest, whatever. And they think that the smiley face kills more than one person. It's actually a lot of people. And those victims are men and they are drowned. And then where their body is found is usually a smiley face done in spray paint. Well, they're wondering if this might not be the smiley men, right? The smiley murders, but they do think it's some kind of maybe connection. I have to mention it. If I don't, hey, Randy Bash, I'm so sorry. I know there's Freeside Mount Angel. So they think that now with you, and we have some survivors. Now we've got some survivors of this killer. And what the police saying are like, well, to be technically a serial killer, you have to go after either the same sex, the same heritage, the same something. There's got to be something that connects all those things. Well, most of the men were between 20 and 40, predominantly between 30 and 40. You had a couple ones that were a little bit older or younger. You had some women in there that just fell off a bridge. And we'll get into that. This, we're going to talk about, I'm going to show you some faces of these men. I'm going to show you some of these faces because y'all know me. I want to get to know every single victim. I want to know what their grandma's name was. I wanted to know what their favorite drink was. I wanted to know their favorite color. That's what I want to do. But we've got 19 people who have been pulled out of that lake, Lady Bird Lake, since 2002. But we've got a lot more that were pulled out before that were just as they making no sense. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to give you the cause of death for a lot of these people. And we'll just go, like I said, Amber and Texas Girl, the link's up there. If you live in, anybody can take the link. Just don't show me your wiener. And this is so odd because Amber and Texas Girl have like been really, really, really promoting the hell out of me this week, right? And I love them for it. But this is one where I've just come back from a wedding. Texas Girl, I was in the same room. I've just come back from a wedding that I am still in shock about. The golden Vienna sausage. My fucking computer updated in the night, and I now don't know how to do anything on it. So we're just gonna have fun with this. We're just gonna have fun with this serial killer, okay, guys? Now here we go. Here we go. These are some of these faces. I want you to look at these faces. Again, predominantly male. A lot of them have, there's 2 or 3 that have what will we call that? What will we call that? I don't know what we would call that. I'm trying to figure out maybe a darker skin tone. And when we go back over some of these previous ones, they are very definite Jewish, Israeli, with it's all there. It's all we got it all. We got it all. So then we're going to talk about the survivors. And there are a few survivors. I could only find stuff on 2 of them. I guess that third one was like no publicity, and I don't blame him on that at all. Not at all. I wouldn't want to be running around going, I won, So let's see what we have now. I'll go back to this. Here's them basically pulling somebody out. I thought I would add that, right? Let's throw one. Susan Georgia Page, I love you. Now, what this is, and I know y'all can't see it, so let me try to blow. I always have to look over here to see if it works. And I realize these are hard to see. These are the deaths from 2008, and they are very blurry, which y'all don't seem to be very blurry. And there's not names here, obviously. There's no names. But, oh, that's actually Austin Matthews' thigh. 3-3 in overtime right now, but that is Austin Matthews' thigh. Y'all know him, you know. So if you notice down here, 2008. Let me move. Can y'all see that? Yeah, y'all good. May 9th, 2008. Rahad Mohab. He was a 55-year-old teacher. This is a weird one. He was a 55-year-old teacher, okay? He was an activist. He was Israeli, and he was an activist for, the Israeli people and how they were being treated and whatnot. Now, this right here. I'm in shock about this. Let me pull all this information out, because this is one from before that I'm going to read, because if you don't think these assholes that there wasn't a problem, girl, y'all wrong. Let me find it. Okay, here he goes. 55-year-old school teacher. He doesn't come home. His wife calls the police. Hello, he's not home. They start to look. His car is found. Near Lady Bird Lake, like parked right there in a parking lot, right near a bike path. And they still haven't found it. 2 days later, they find him. 2-3 days later, they find him on May 9th. Okay. He has duct tape around his eyes and mouth. His arms and legs are bound. He is wrapped in more tape. They pull him out of the water and rule it a suicide. I'm going to let that land. They pull him out of the lake and they call it a suicide. Okay, well, that would be interesting. 100%. Had he not been bound with his eyes and his mouth with duct tape, and his arms bound and his legs bound, and then just tape basically is wrapped around him. Now, I want to let y'all know this before I start on these. And you're like, oh, man, I heard that somewhere else. Everyone that does these things, everyone that goes and researches these cases, we all use the very same places, right? We use Wikipedia. We use Facebook. There's a lot about Facebook. We use the newspapers in the area. We use the news in the area. We use sometimes I use Reddit. I mean, sometimes if they, you can. There's just so many places that you can look. And the problem that people think, oh my God, well, so-and-so said that, because we're all looking to the same thing. We're getting our information from the same places, So, yeah, I know, Mama, look, but it gets worse. Now, he's a Muslim, okay? Now, Muslims, if you don't know, there is a very, it has to be handled in a certain way, okay? Your body primarily should be buried before sundown on the day you die, I believe. But it's I say Iman, but it is an Iman. They take care of your body. You're not handed over to an undertaker. You're handed over to an Iman, right? So after this perfect medical examiner and the police say, oh yeah, this is absolutely suicide, they hand the body over to the Iman. When he gets this body, and it's Ibrahim Dramali. Ibrahim Dramali. He said the body was in a barbaric condition. He said that he had never seen in his 20 years of being an Iman a condition like this, especially somebody that's only been in the water a couple days. There was a incision that was still seeping because it hadn't been sutured correctly. There were spots on his body that looked like flesh had been bitten off by an animal. Now, what I thought to myself, this happened in April. So, April, May, it's not really that cold. And then I thought, okay, well, you know what? If there's turtles in there, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a reason why it might appear that flesh had been pulled off of the body. I will chalk that up to marine life, even though he's only dead for a couple days. I'll chalk that to that. I'm not worried about that. So the Iman had two experienced colleagues who were with him when he received the body, and he said they panicked and left the room. That's how bad this body was. 2008, this is. So this is way before the 2022 that they say the fuckery began. Oh, no. It started before that. What he had to do, the Iman had to basically clean him with a towel. He had to stuff towels and tape to make his body presentable. He had to put, what did he say down here? He had to put pads in the man's head cavity to get him presentable. After this burial, I always get it wrong. The Iman Dramali went straight to the medical examiner and said, what the what the hell is going on? This is, what are you doing? One, it's a suicide, and two, you're giving me a body in this bad of condition, this bad condition. Fuck. So after they met, the Iman and then the medical examiner, and it's Dolanak, whatever the fuck he is, they made a statement to the paper and said, well, the exact statement kind of was that they believed the meeting was useful and should lead to better examiner practices, which means that Amin went in there and ripped a new one out of the medical examiner, and they had a press conference about it. But Dramali says he will never accept the apology of that medical examiner for what that body looked like. So why are we doing that? Why would Austin PD and medical examiner, they said they had closed circuit of the parking lot. This is what they said too. They said they had a closed circuit on the parking lot, and that Mr. Mahad was seen getting out of his car, and they kind of left it at that. He was seen getting out of his car. Okay. Did you see him wrap tape around himself? Did you see him bound his legs and his arms? Did you see him wrapping it around his head and his mouth? Did he jump, did he do the bunny hop all the way up to the bridge and fall off? Did you see that? Because I can tell you what has never been shown, that footage has never been shown to his family, to the press, to anybody else. Ain't nobody seen that footage, but they say they got it. Okay, we'll chop that up. I just lost my voice. And I'm just going to go over one more that was really odd. This was a woman. Her name was Zima Habul. She was 26. preschool teacher, mother of a 2-year-old. Now, this happens, if you see this happen May 9th, okay, that Mr. Hamad was found. So you see the decomposed body in Lady Bird Lake. Well, let's talk about that one. That's a good one too. So on May 29th, 2008, so we've gotten 2 people that have gone missing in May, and they ended up in Lady Bird Lake, severely decomposed, and there's just no explanation. So she's 26, preschool teacher, mother of 2. She tells her fiance, I'm going to run to the store. It's like 9:30 at night on the 29th. She never makes it to the store. Now, the next morning, the boyfriend was like, well, let me call the police because she ain't here. Okay. And they look, everybody's looking. And then at a few days later, on June 1st, as she went March 29th, went out May 1st, the two fishermen call in at 6:30 in the morning. They say, we got a body out here. So they go to pick up the body. This body is so badly decomposed, they don't know if it's a male or a female. They have no clue to look at it. This was 2 days that body had been in that water. 2 days. And it's in June. I get it, but it ain't going to be that. I researched this so much, Shannon. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm trying to lay Jasper. I'm sorry. Hey, Legends. I'm sorry. I'm looking. Hey, PDX, are you in here? I love you, baby. I'm missing a lot. If I'm missing like $1,000 of super chats, please someone alert me. But I would like to add sometimes, I do a lot of research here, honey. Honeys. Maybe not this week, but I do a lot of research. I ain't gonna be mad if you slide me a tip. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say about it. You don't have to, because we're all talking about this. All right, so they find her so badly decomposed in 2 days that they don't know if she's a man or a woman. They take her in, they do an autopsy. Oh, you want the results? Nah. Well, yeah. I don't know. Accidental drowning. Accidental drowning. She accidentally drowned. She accidentally drowned and decomposed so badly in 2 days that they didn't know the sex when they pulled her out of the water. Accidental drowning. That's their favorite saying. I abbreviated. I abbreviated this. I mean, accidental drowning. So these were in 2008. As you can see, 2012. I mean, we could go through all of these people. We'd be here all night. Some of these, are probably not anything. If you look right here on June 10th, but you see these deaths start picking up. Do you see, like, they start getting closer together? We got a cluster in June, right? Up here in 2017, a cluster in June. Then we have another cluster, in December of 2020. It's something going on here, people. It's something going on. And if let me make this smaller because I can't see if somebody wants to come in. All right. Y'all do not want to come in. So we're just going to commence. Sorry. All right. So let's look at some of these again. There's one here, and it is the body of Austin, Texas, a student. We'll chalk that up to that's probably a sideways. That's probably a suicide. He had been off his meds. And that we'll do that. We'll give him that. We'll give him that for sure. But the rest of these, and some of them do have different, it could have been, but the clusters of them don't make, like all these in June of 2017, 2018, it's like, okay, what's going on in June? And then the December. Look at the December. December 11th, 19th, 25th, 28th. What, is this just, oh, thank you, my sweet love. It's just, and again, the police say, oh, no, look, guys. No, this is just people getting drunk and walking into a lake. Okay, well, we'll go with that. So let's start some of these other ones. And I've got a few. Again, I can't go through all of these. I wish I could. All of these bodies, all of these people that have names attached to them, and I got the names, but deserve, right? They deserve their name to be spoken. They deserve to be recognized and whatnot. I just don't, we just don't have time for that. Again, that's Austin Matthews' thigh. And let me see. Oh, well, we lost in overtime. So fuck you, Austin Matthews. Till next week. And let me go back over to this map. This map is very important. And if you look, it is, man, we got 2022, we got 2022, and then we got all the, I mean, this is by no means everyone, please know. But I want you to see these faces. I want you to look at these faces because, here's Clifton Axtell. He was someone's dad, as was Christopher Hayes Clark, as was Jonathan Honey. Christopher Gutierrez down here, who was just out with friends. Kyle Thornton, Joshua Monroe. I mean, we got Mogi DeGaulle. We've got these people have faces. And we're going to take a look at some of those faces. And that was Austin Matthews' thigh. So we have an unidentified male. If y'all look here, we have Jeff Jones. Now, Jeff Jones is a very, very, very interesting one. Jeff Jones was one of the first ones, like in 2023. He had been out on Rainy Street, where most of these bars are, and surround. He was found in the lake. Let me find his whole thing. These are very strange. And then we've got differing information. So Jason John was 30, okay? Wait a minute, that's Jeff Jones. Hold on a minute, people. I've got my damn whole thing mixed up. Amber, y'all, guess what? I was at a wedding. I had beers. This might take a while. This might take a while. All right, we'll look at that. So, let me just go through. I got it. His picture's right here. Here again, you get the 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. 19 bodies. Two more. These are probably 16. Three more were pulled out recently. So it's 19, not 16. It's 19 bodies. And here we got, this is where they end up. Look at the bridges. There's a lot of bridges here. We're going to talk about 2 survivors. And we're going to, now this is Jason John. Look at him. Funny. So Jason had been out, right? He'd been out. I think there was a bachelor party. And he came and he left. Then we have a witness to this. And the witness called the police. And I've got to wonder if this witness wasn't the killer. And I'm saying this because a witness calls in and says, I have just seen a man vomiting on the shores of Lady Bird Lake. And then he slipped into the water. I tried to save him or tried to get him. I couldn't. The EMT came. They couldn't find him. They didn't find him till the next day. So this man said he had been vomiting, right? Well, when they took a look at Jason John and they did a autopsy, he had food in his stomach. Hey, Fist Crank. Hey, Crybaby. He had food in his stomach. but you saw him vomiting into the lake. He also had alcohol in his system. We've got two different reports here. One report says that he had rupees in his system. Another report says no, there was no, other drugs besides the alcohol. But and it's on another creator's page, and it's probably not copyrighted, the call, but I didn't want to push my luck. But I will, y'all know, eventually I always put the information down in the bottom. In fact, I will hold on, I got her. Hold on. I'll show you exactly. Because I left these open. And y'all know too, if y'all don't know, welcome in, that I don't generally watch anything to do with the whatever I'm covering. I don't want their point of view. I do not want their point of view. I will do my research. I will get my own point of view. But what I will do, in a damn heartbeat, is go over and steal somebody else's maps. Well, I can't do maps. I will 100% go steal somebody's map. I ain't above it, and I will do it. So let me find this girl. She's pretty. All right, hold on. Do I still have it? Let me see. That's that. I love that chapter. I don't have her up. I will. It's up here though. She has the call on her live, on her thing about it. I'll put it in the description. I only got as far as the call on her, as the phone call, because I kind of, this guy, he sounded a little creepy. You know, he sounded very not, I mean, if I had seen someone vomiting into a lake and then slip in and I couldn't find him, I'm going to be a little amped up. I'm going to be upset. I'm not going to be like, yeah, and then he just kind of fell in. Yeah, I couldn't get him. Y'all come look. You know, I mean, this guy was completely relaxed. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. No, and hell no, and no. This is Cliff. Hold on. Again, here's a dad, okay? Cliff Axtell. No foul play, pulled out of a lake. He has no reason to jump off of a bridge. He had no mental health issues. He just disappeared, and somebody calls it, we got a body in the lake, and here he pops up. That's his son. This is again, his name, all of their names deserve to be mentioned because something's wrong. And I don't understand why Austin doesn't say, you know what, guys, I know we've been denying it since 2008. We might have something going on over here, okay? We don't want to say nothing. Could be trouble. They're not going to do that. They're not going to. They're not. At this point, they've come too far. So again, let's go through these deaths of 2000 and between 2023 and 2025. And again, if you're new, here's what we do. I always let you know what case is going to be covered. Okay, and the date and all that good stuff. I implore you. Mountain Mama here is one of my biggest reminders. I'd like if y'all want to go and do and read up on the case, share things in the chat, that you found that I might not have found, or whatever. That's why I do them. That's why I let you know what's coming on, what's happening, so that you can do your own. And so let's go through these. So we're going to start with July 2014. No, that is, hold on, that's Michelob right there. July 14, 2022. We got Ricky Parks. I wish I had his photograph. I don't. Again, if we did this, we'd be here forever. And also, I did save a lot of photos before my Windows updated, and I don't know where they are. But that was no foul play. Then we have Christopher Gutierrez. Now, if y'all want to see, remember, now I thought this was a woman, okay? And I don't know. That's Austin Matthews' thigh. So Christopher Gutierrez is right down here. He looks. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. It's not mentioned if he's transgender. She's transgender. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They count. They are important. They are missed. So that is Christopher Gutierrez, and I'll just call him Christopher. I'm not going to give him a pronoun. That's Austin Matthews' thigh. I mean, look at these people. That's a survivor. We can't talk about him right now. Okay, here we go. So we got it. Well, then we have Jose Moreno. That was a shooting and a crash into the lake. And there was another man charged. I'm not sure why that's listed as a probable, victim of a serial killer, but it is, and I don't understand it. I had to write it down. Kyle Thornton on December 28, 2022. This is this cluster. December 10th, 2022. Christopher Gutierrez. December 19th, 2022. Joseph Moreno. December 28, 2002. Kyle Thornton. No foul play. No foul play. They say that Jason John, that's the one we went to, that it was vomiting. They list that as accidental. He had food in his stomach. What was he vomiting? He also had roofies in his system, and we got a couple more that's got roofies in their systems. Then we go with Clifton. Here's Clifton. Jonathan, honey, he's in here too. Hold on. That's his Christopher. He was April 15, 2023. We have two unID'd people. One is an unID'd female, no foul play. Then we have one unID'd person. And this is in the official thing. So I don't know why we don't know if it's a man or a woman. Because pretty good examiners and probably pretty shitty medical examiners probably can figure out if it's which one it is. But again, these are listed in there, and I have to mention them. So then we have another unID'd male in September of 2024. Then we start ramping up in December again. December 1st, December 20th. Then we have March. We had 3 in September. They flew 3 more out in September of this lake. Let's talk about a couple survivors. We got some survivors. And let me go back. Let me get over here to our survivors. Where you go, survivor? I could only find 2. Again, the third name I could not find, and I completely agree with them. I would not thumb my nose at them and say, I survived. But both of these men's memory is not good at all. So let's look. I think I'm going to have to look for the second survivor's actual photograph because, again, Windows updated and I don't know where anything is anymore. So, okay. This again, Jeff Jones. We got a couple of them. On June 22nd, 2023, Jeff Jones here was found severely injured at the bottom of the Skull Creek Bridge. Okay. He had been dropped 25 feet. He, again, was probably supposed to go into the water, but didn't. So he spent 17 days in the hospital. He had left another bachelor party. He had roofies in his system. He doesn't remember a lot because somebody put something in his drink, and that's going to be with survivor number 2 as well. And he only remembers being pushed off of the bridge. Okay. He doesn't remember hitting. He doesn't remember the person he was with. He doesn't remember any of that. Now you tell me roofies make you smile. Apparently they do, Fitz great. So this is his photograph. I'm going to have to find the other boy's photograph because he was just cute as he could be. Let me see if I can pull it up. Just a sweet looking little kid. He looks like Actually, the second victim looks like my grandmother. I mean, my grandmother. I've had beers tonight, people. Just cut me some slack. Yeah, the second survivor looks like my grandmother. He's only 22 and my grandmother's 103, but they really do match. I'm trying to find him. Hold on, guys. I'm going to tell you what, I couldn't believe it. When I was like doing these pictures and everything was different, I'm like, this is my computer. What just happened? And it's damn Windows. All right, well, we'll find him. So the second survivor, this is a little bit more intense. His name was Connor. So Connor and his friends, they come to Austin and they moved there for about 6 weeks. They were going to go out and they were going to go into neighborhoods and they were going to try to sell packages for a pest control center, right? So the second day they were there, they went down to Rainy Street, and they had a couple of drinks. The only thing that Connor can really remember, they ended up on a rooftop bar on the 6th Street, which is right there around Rainy Street. He remembers that they met a group of people that he said, a quote unquote, were weird. He had 1 to 2 drinks. He couldn't remember. And then he disappeared. His friends did not know where he went. They didn't know where he'd gone. They are looking. The weird people are still there, as he called them. A couple hours later, one of his friends looks into a bar and sees Connor in the bar. Okay, so they're like, they go in, they try to get him. He's gone. All right, they can't find him anymore. Eventually, Connor is found in an alleyway, tucked behind a dumpster. And the only reason he was found is because somebody looked down the alleyway and saw his feet. By the time EMS got there, he was unresponsive. And so he woke up at the hospital. Now, mind you, he does not live in Austin. He had just moved. He went there. He didn't know how he got there. He didn't know what happened. His friends don't know where he is. They start putting up posters of him the next day because everything was just so odd. And again, with this, Rufy's found in the system. Rufy's not found in the system. Do we know? We don't know because there's no report. Don't get mad, it ain't me. But obviously, if you have 1 to 2 drinks and you lose your mind like that, you've been roofied, okay? They eventually found him. He is still, to this day, a year or so later, recovering. That's how bad it was. That's how the drugs and whatever happened to him, we don't know what happened to him. He doesn't know what happened to him. So we have, and then there's a third survivor. So basically, Connor was actually found in an alleyway, but that could be for many reasons. Maybe there were too many people out that night, and the killer couldn't get him out. Couldn't figure out how to get him out there, so just kind of left him. It could have been a million reasons. It could have not even been at all. Could have not even been related. But it's odd, and it sounds a lot like Mr. Jones here. They had the same thing. They had the same thing. Third survivor couldn't find, and I don't blame them. So again, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but I mean, these people, I get so pissed off when I do these things. It was the chief of police said, like last week, there is no serial killers here, okay? Stop doing this. Stop ramping this up. Stop. Just stop the misinformation. So you have people that you claim have just walked in. I'm going to give you, ready? Contributing factors. This is from the Austin Police Department. Y'all ready? Well, population growth. We got more people that are getting drunk and walking into a lake. What do you want us to do? We have dumb people in Austin who can't have a beer without walking into Lady Bird Lake. What do you want us to do about it? increased tourism. We have visitors coming that run into our more population. They go to bars on 6th Street, Rainy Street, all of there, and they walk into the lake. What do you want us to do? We added lights. We've added lights. There's more lights, so they don't walk into the lake. And then higher concentration of bars and clubs near the lake. Again, Austin thinks its people are so stupid that they drank a couple of beers and walk into a fucking lake. And their medical examiner agrees. Way to go. No foul play. No foul play. No foul play. Again, I got a lake up here that is got over 200 miles of shoreline. Bars all the fuck over it. I can't tell you when the last time somebody got drunk and walked into the lake and died. I can't tell you the last time that happened. I don't think it's ever happened. That somebody has gotten so drunk, had a couple beers, and walked straight into a goddamn lake. I throw my hands up. I don't know no more about it. And actually, if y'all want to know, since 2008, there have been 189 drownings in that lake. I said it right. Let me scoot up. Since 2008, there have been 189 drownings. Oh, cat, punch two. Cat, don't bother me with this. I'll be up there. Stellaris punched the guy. Well, he's the goalie. What is he supposed to do? A waitress is struggling down. I mean, I don't mean to make light of this in any way, shape, or form. Do not get me wrong. Y'all know. Okay, y'all know. But let's go back. Let's go back to this little thing right here. All right, that's 2002. Okay. Again, we've got several of the victims. I know all of them. We have 19 of them now. I don't know that all. Again, I looked at it. The guy that got shot and the car crashed. I'm not going to count him. I don't think I'm going to count him because I don't think the serial killer is shooting him and tracing him into the lake. The serial killer just likes to drop them in by their toes. So I'm not even 18. I'm looking at the list. When the only thing that you can find is either accidental drowning or no foul play or no cause of death, it gets a little muddled. I have depended on the Austin newspapers. I don't think I even hit Wikipedia on this, actually. I don't think I ever hit Wikipedia on this because I will tell you that's the first place I will go. And if I see it at Wikipedia, I'm going to go look for it somewhere else. And if I see that somewhere else, then it's fact. If I don't, then we don't talk about it. So I'm looking at these unID'd male, unID'd female. Again, with this serial killer shit. These people say that they don't match because a serial killer will have do the same sex, same, nationality, same, there's always something to connect them. Well, how about they got drunk on fucking Rainy Street? That connects them. Oh, that connects them. I'm just saying. It connects them. But 189 deaths since 2008. Max, I've had some drinks. Kat, you are out. I'm sure some were drunk enough to be. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely, Ted. Absolutely. But here's the thing. When some of these bodies were in here a minute, okay? I'm not going to lie. They weren't all picked up, The alcohol levels were never noted as being so great, that. But then again, I mean, I could drink 4 beers at a wedding where my sister-in-law is dressed like a golden Vienna sausage, and somebody else can drink 4 beers and they can compliment my sister-in-law looking like a golden Vienna sausage at a wedding. But again, it's not ever listed. It's not noted. If you go look through these, it's never noted. In fact, very little is noted. And then you think one over here has got, guys, I can't. And then I mean, look at these. There's a lot of little bridges here. So the one guy says I was pushed off of a bridge. I know that much. I was pushed off a bridge. Then there are women in here that don't make sense. Say the experts. This doesn't make sense. Again, if you're getting drunk on Rainy Street and the name of this killer is the Rainy Street Ripper, then maybe that's all you need in common. Okay. She's driving me insane. And again, we're going to look at that. I just kept, because I want to I got to pull up different maps. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, they really show it. And then I'd go here and go, well, yeah, this kind of shows a different side of it. And then other photos, I don't know where they are. Let's move to Houston. People. That's as far, I can't. There are detectives, retired detectives from the NYPD who all agree that we have a problem in Austin. Something's going on in Austin, and that is very easy for 2 retired or 3 retired or 20 retired NYPD detectives to say. And if you look at any of these cases, I cannot tell you how many times a effing retired NYPD detective is asked to comment about something happening in Lady Bird Lake or, Moose Fist, Indiana. They just don't. Oh, there's definitely something going on. Oh, yeah. Anytime somebody stumps their toe, the news wants to talk to a retired New York City detective. I do want to say one more thing about this killer is on Facebook. There are a couple of places on Facebook. There's one that's the major one, and let me you have to ask to be a member, obviously, because why you so big? I want to know why you're so big. It's called Rainy Street Stripper, and Rainy is spelled Rainey Street Ripper. There's a lot of information there. Again, you have to ask to be joined, but once you do, there's a lot of information on this Facebook site. That's another place you always go. If you ever think you have exhausted, you're seeing the same stuff, go to Facebook. There will 100% be more than one. I know I moved stuff. I'm sorry. I can't think of anything. I love you too, baby. I'll be up here in a minute. But yeah, always Facebook, because there's again, even the oldest case has got a couple of really, really good Facebook pages about it, just devoted to it. And you can find a lot. So on Facebook, someone, and I've got their name, and I'm not going to say it. I could, but I won't. Put up a post that he believed that he had met the Rainy Street Ripper. And let me put that in here. I don't think I put that in here. I did. I know I didn't put it in the title. Why don't I spell it right, Shannon? You want to spell it right? All right. So this is what you're going to be looking for. That. Does it make logical sense? If it was a tourist on a vacation, going to the tourist. I think at this point, Ted, anything's possible. I do know this. This is what I find a little is that whoever this is feels pretty damn comfortable. And you have a point that there's these clusters in December or June. And if you think about people traveling in June, graduations, whatever, or Christmas, then it could be a former resident. It could be anybody. At this point, it could be anybody. I don't think we can't count out anybody. But what we can say is something's up. And at this point, Austin has got themselves, and they have backed themselves into a corner where they're just going to have to keep denying it. I mean, what are you going to change your tune 3 years later and go, well, what the other way we looked at it, So anyway, this guy, and I don't, I didn't go look for the account, but this is basic. I'm going to do basic. Basically, what he says was he was down on Rainy Street, and this guy kind of was walking around, and talking to him and whatnot, and the guy asked for a ride home, and this guy said he stupidly gave this guy a ride home, and that the guy made a lot of phone calls on the driver. The guy in the car used his phone to make some phone calls. And he said the guy was like cut up and scarred up like he'd been in a fight. He was real cagey looking. Once he asked the guy for a ride, he kind of just stayed at his hip the rest of the night, right? This man does not talk about how intoxicated he was. I'm sure that's a factor as well. But they did say that the next day, after he'd given the guy the ride home and dropped him off at Rainy Street down by Lady Bird Lake, that's right, that the next day he kept getting phone calls from people that this guy had called. And those people were saying, have you seen so-and-so? We haven't seen him. He's not been back. And that kid was like, I ain't seen him. I don't know where that buggy went. So this guy really thinks, he said he is 95% sure that he gave the guy a ride. Could have been, could have not. There's so many variables, especially when the police are not giving you information. About 3 years ago, a young guy was found in the Cumberland River. A party uptown in Nashville. He was seen. Spat. Again, these things, there's so many variables, Ted. There's so many variables. And we don't know them all because the police aren't telling us. And the medical examiner, I'm sorry, honey. Look, I am no doctor, nor am I a medical examiner. I know y'all probably think that's it. But at some point, let's just talk about the 19, possibly 18 bodies in the last few years. And they bring your body to the medical examiner, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But, accidental drowning? Then the cop goes, yes, I'll write that down. And come on. Come on. I'm not dumb. Austin ain't dumb. Come on. If the chief and the medical examiner are so, they're like this. Why? Why are y'all like this? Why? No. We're going to move to Houston now. Now this one, and I think I have a map. I'm telling y'all, I'm usually much more, I don't. I told a lie, but I think I might have it. Hold on. I think I pulled it up. I can screen share it. I know I pulled it up. I just have to find it. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Hold on. I knew I didn't have time. Okay. Are you going to give me a map here? Give me a map, you assholes. And this is another Houston saying, nothing to see here, people. Stop talking. Sorry. Sorry about that. Where'd that come from? I've got the map. I just don't know what to do with that. Is this? I've got so many. Listen, we're going to start closing tabs because I've already done this. Hold on. I've done that one. We went through this one. We did this one. That's BritBox. I don't think y'all want to watch BritBox. That is my that I have. I'm back. I'm back. Hold on, let me make myself big again. Take these out. I want to be big again. Okay, I'm back. I'm right. You got me? I didn't even need tech down here. Sorry. I'm sorry. I told you I had like 1,000 fucking tabs over. It was crazy. Okay. I had to get rid of everything, all the tabs that were open. So all these bodies, and we're going to go through the dates. And these are my husband and I went to 6th Street in Austin. I only had 2 drinks that night. One of them knocked me on my butt. Well, the 6th, thank you, Mark Terry. So the 6th Street, the Rainy Street, they're all there together. Look, I would love to go. I kind of wanted me to. I mean, I was like, hey, well, hey, Lori. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to go, but apparently, when you go down there, you fall in the lake. I don't know. They have done like they've put more lights there, and I'm sorry, they put more light, Gossip Girl. They put more lights out there, right, so that people can see when they walk into the lake. Because they just pulled 3 more bodies out in September, so obviously there's still a problem with that of people having a couple beers and walking into a lake. But let's go to Houston. Now we're going to go 160 odd miles away. And we've got a similar issue going on. Not in lakes, not in a particular lake, not in the one lake like Austin, but in bayous, okay? In bayous in Houston. We are having men, maybe a woman or two, as I remember. I'm going to read these bayous out. You're going to hear the name over and over again. Amen, mama. So you're going to hear these values more than once. And again, when I got the fucking map, did a picture, and I don't know what it is. So what's happening in Austin? In Houston, 165 miles away, 2 hours and 26-minute drive, and we have got some issues here. So, are we all ready? Buckle up, Buttercup. I'm gonna get to the end of that. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. In just 2025, there's a lot. So let's go. You ready? Let's go. February 14th, 2022. Carl Newton, unspecified details and in a unspecified bayou, cause of death, accident, sudden cardiac death contributed there. Unspecified bayou. So then let's go. Nothing. Okay. We got nothing. Hold on. Let me make sure I gotta get all my shit here. This is in Houston. March 30th, 2025. Unspecified bayou. Anthony Azul, cause of death pending. Primary cause of death pending. That's new. Okay, so then we've got April 15th, 2025. Jesse Steele, Buffalo Bayou. Primary cause of death, blunt force trauma, blunt force injuries. Interesting one about this one. When they pulled him out of the bayou, and a little cop came up and said, well, he died of it appears to be blunt force. And then when they did the autopsy, it turned out, now they said that he had shot himself in the head. I would assume, I am not a medical examiner, I have said it before, I would imagine that those two injuries would probably look a lot alike. So we'll time out by owner. Thank you for stopping by. I've been reading about that. Yes, so many bodies. Something, but Texas country lady, it's not a serial killer. So yeah, I'll let that one go. I think that a blunt force trauma and a gunshot probably would resemble each other, and we'll let that one go. We'll let that one slide. But don't worry, we got more. We got a lot more. Then May 7th, 2025, unspecified bayou, Kenneth Jones, cause of death undetermined. Okay, good. May 9th, 2025, George Gray's, unspecified bayou, cause of death undetermined. We're getting something with these bayous here. May 9th, 2025, Buffalo Bayou. Oh, God, this is the one I don't know. Culeus Requius, I don't know what that is. Cause of death undetermined. May 17th, 2025, Brays Bayou. Cause of death, accident. Primary cause of death, drowning by acute toxic effects of PCP and ethanol. Will I be willing to chalk that up to possible truly accidental? I will. It's my party, and I can do that if I want to. But yeah, maybe that's it. Okay, well, May 30th, 2025, Brays Bayou, Shannon Davis, no relation, accidental drowning, cause of death. June 9th through 10th, I don't know why that's a 2-day thing, 2025, White Oak Bayou, where Buffalo Bayou meet. Ernest Armstrong, cause of death undetermined. Come on down. July 7th, 2025, unspecified bayou, Raymond Halton, cause of death pending. I like to do that with my voice. It sounds much more important. August 21st, 2025, Brays Bayou, Latricia Amos, cause of death pending. And that would be a woman. That would not be part of, they're saying that a serial killer would never go out of his comfort zone. But if we take her off, we got a problem here. August 27th, 2025, Brays Bayou. Jamal Alexander, cause of death pending. September 15th, Brays Bayou. Jade McKessick, cause of death pending. September 15th, same day, 2025, Hunting Bayou. Rodney Chapman, cause of death, you guessed it, pending. September 16th, 2025, White Oak Bayou. Unidentified male, cause of death. Can we say it all together? Pending. September 18th, 2025, Buffalo Bayou, Michael Rice. That's all we got on that one. September 26th, the intersection of Commerce and Milan beneath a bridge at the University of Houston, unidentified female. Can we add that in? Probably not, but we might. We don't know. I mean, there's some we can probably take in and out of this, but so now we'll have to go through the smiley face killer. It's got to be mentioned because it's a theory. The theory is, and we talked about this before, but the theory is that, and it is a fact that the smiley face killer, who only really operates in the Northeast, and is several different people, could possibly be at work in Houston. If you're found in bayous, there's probably not a whole lot of places that you can spray. They put them in the water and yeah, well, yeah, they do. I mean, so out in a bayou, unlike the places, if you look up the smiley face killer or killers, there's always, it's a drowning of a male, and if you look around, there's always a smiley face spray painted. They think it's more than one person. They're pretty sure of that. And what they think is, and I have to mention it. I have to mention it because it's part of the fact. They think maybe this bike could be an offshoot of, maybe somebody. And I don't, any theory is valid. All right. Any theory is valid. It could very well be. It could very well be a couple of people that were involved, and now they're down here, and now they've decided to dump people in a bayou. But for the Houston police to tell me and you and the people of Houston that there is not a problem here, what the hell? Well, the Texas killing fields, Lulu. Oh, God. And Lulu, if you don't know, I did cover the Texas killing fields. If you go down to my playlist, and for some reason I have two playlists that are kind of the same thing. If you look down, I covered the Texas killing fields in a two-parter because it was actually two different killers. And so the first one is the Galveston and the girls there. And then obviously the week later, and this is kind of like that. I would say, yeah, kind of like that. A lot like that, actually, Lulu, which is a very good point. It's just so many clusters in why in 2025 have we had? I mean, are people getting drunk in Austin, walking up to Houston and walking in the bayou, And I understand that some of these bodies, they're pending because they've been this year. But the smiley face, again, is possibly is what people are saying. And then we have, you got this, retired New York Police Department Sergeant Kevin Gannon, who long had a theory that a group known as the Smiley Face Killers is responsible for hundreds of suspicious drownings around the U.S., says he believes these deaths may be related or connected. That's why I got to bring it up, because it's been brought up. Hello, Nora is. I'm not gonna. Sometimes I gotta read these in my head to make sure it's not something gross. So he examined the dates and the times and the locations of the bodies with other details, and judging whether he believes the Smileys, that's what he calls them, the Smileys, have been involved. And he sees a pattern. Now, I don't know that pattern. I mean, I trust him. I'm sure he's done a lot of research. I will not poo-poo that. But the smiley face killers have 700 possible victims. That's a lot. And so do go out if you are interested and go and get this looked at, the smiley face. It's really interesting. And I've thought about covering them before, but it's so many victims. And even if I go through a fourth of them, we're not really gonna, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I 700 possible victims. I can't, I'm not smart enough to try to connect those in an hour and a half on a Saturday night. I'm just not that smart. So, but I would have go look that up. It's very interesting. And this retired New York police detective has said that he believes that is the case as well. So I had to mention it. And after that, I'm kind of done. So we have two pretty close places. If you look at the size of Texas, Austin, Houston, pretty close together. You got maybe some deaths slowing down. Well, they're not even slowing down really in Austin, are they? I mean, they kind of picked back up. They thought three last week. But this Houston, all this in 2025, and the police are saying it's not a serial killer. They're not connected. People, do not believe your lying eyes. We're jerking people out of these bayous left, right, and center. It's not a serial killer. Duh. That's what they're trying to say. I invite you to do your own research on this. As always, if you don't know, if you do some research, right? And I think every once in a while, I might want to have something like, if you have found something out, if you have found something out I didn't, if something's come up that I don't know, and you do this, and you want to revisit this, and we'll do it. We will do it. I will do it. We will do, or we can do it like a and discuss any developments that have come on. I would love to do that, as a matter of fact, to do a little updates. We've had some updates in some of the cases that we've had. Y'all know what I gotta do. I gotta put it in the folder. So hold on, let me get my stuff out. Again, I wish I'd have been a little bit more prepared, but like I said, I was at a wedding where my sister-in-law was dressed like a golden Vienna sausage. I had 4 Michelobs and my windows updated. So what we call this? We call this a Rainy Street stripper. Oh my God, Rainy Street Ripper, not that. And then we'll / Houston. So we'll stay on this. If they pull any more people out of the and they will, out of the bayous in Houston or on Lady Bird Lake, we'll go back over it. We sure will. But this will conclude tonight's episode. Smash hit Saturday Night Murder Mysteries. Next Saturday is going to be Saturday Night Paranormal Pajama Party. Catherine and I, she is insisting that we dress up. Okay, we will dress up because it's very close to Halloweening, so we'll do that. Now, thank y'all. I really appreciate you. I have to sound it. Yeah, so we're gonna do that next Saturday. Now, if you're new here, and there's some of you that are, you can come up, or you can type in the chat your own experience in your home, childhood, whatever. We love that. We love that. Obviously, you have to be in your pajamas. Hold on. Or I've got paranormal buddies that are actual investigators, and they'll come on and they will show us their footage from their investigations. We can go over. I've got a couple of like the most haunted places in America. Yeah, the Villisca Axe House, which by the way I did do a show on the Villisca Axe murders. Go look that up. I've got it's in the playlist. What else did I do? I did another one. I'm trying to get some lined up so we don't have any dead air. Lulu, thank you for that. I appreciate that. So that is tonight. That is this week's. Hopefully, I will. Well, one day I might find all the pictures that Windows is hiding from me. I don't like it. I'm trying to. If y'all have any comment, let me see. Well, Amber's coming on next week. She's just now committed. I mean, she didn't say she would, but she will, and she's gonna tell us about that. I actually posted them a couple of weeks ago. That I got Jack the Ripper. That was God. I've really done a lot of these, and you know what? I say that all the time, and I don't realize how many I've done until I go back and I look. Oh my God! And I start very fat and I get very like this. So if you go back to 3 or 4 years ago, I'm very swollen. And now I'm not so much. I mean, I got a ways to go, but so that's kind of I don't like. Oh, H.H. Holmes, I did H.H. Holmes. I did it, and you know what? Could be Fitz Crank, but he could also be the Mad Butcher of New Orleans. He could very well be that. That's another that's tied to Villisca as well. Because this guy apparently just rode the rails and just jumped off, killed people with an axe, and just carried on. All these things are, yeah. I mean, this has been like I'm always interested in this. I will always be interested in this stuff. That's why I thought, well, you know what? If I'm interested in it, other people might be interested in it. And so I started doing these. And like I said, we used to have 5 people. We got 49 now. I'm happy with 49. I don't know where y'all came from, but welcome. And please come back. And so let's see, I will have a whatever new case we're going to be doing. I'll have that up this week. If you, tomorrow we are having a caregiver support stream. I think it's at 3. I'm pretty sure it's at 3. You could be a current caretaker, a former caretaker, anything. You can come in here and vent and say, look, I'm doing this. I'm caretaking my parent, whatever. It ain't fair. It ain't right. I'm pissed off. I'm tired. I don't know what I'm doing. And we'll be here to go, me too. Me too. People will come in, they'll show resources that you might not know exist. It's just support so that you're not alone. You could come in here and say whatever you want. Nobody here is trained anything, by the way. We're all caregivers. So yes, now thank you, Kat. Kat is going to be coming down here as well because I hadn't even really thought about this. But Kat lives in this house, and my mother and her condition now. I mean, Kat has got to come help me if she falls. If the boys aren't here, Catherine's got to come help me pick her up. Catherine's got to deal with everything that I have to deal with. And so I think I had never even thought that. I never even considered that my children or our children. So Catherine's going to be joining us on that tomorrow at 3 Eastern Standard. So if you just want to come by and just sit, you ain't got to say nothing, but just read and listen. And just to know you're not alone. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. It's not fair. And it's not okay. But it's got to be okay, right? So And with that, I literally put my back. Yeah, you did. She actually did. I know, Mark. You know when I said that the two words that mean the most are Me Too. Then I thought about the Me Too movement, and I'm thinking, I forgot that they took that, but it is like I said. That's why they took it. Me Too are the two of the most powerful words when you think you're alone in something, and you say and you confide, and somebody is Me Too, and you're like, all right, I'm not crazy, right? I'm not horrible. But anyway, so thank y'all for coming. If I love you too, Mark. I will see you tomorrow for the support stream if you need to be here. I will throw up next week's paranormal pajama party. I will come up with at least 2 more topics for Saturday Night Murder Mystery or Saturday Night Mystery. It all depends. We don't know if it's always a murder. Sometimes it's a disappearance. So anyway, thank y'all. Thank you to everyone that's going to come back and watch the replay because y'all never fail me, and I appreciate you so much. All of my replay people, I appreciate you. And I will see y'all very soon. I'll see you tomorrow. And probably I'll do something funny this week. I don't know. We might go over something. We'll figure it out. We'll find something. All right. Be safe. Be good. I'll see you very soon. Let me turn my phone off because I'm seeing myself out the corner of my eye. And I didn't wing in. There we go. All right. Bye, guys. I want class with it. My mom was a caregiver for my nanny. It's hard. Let me tell you, it's hard. It is so hard. It was just the physical part of being a caretaker is hard. Just the physical part. That doing, the washing, the picking up, the put, that just the physical is hard. Then you add in, this is my mom, this is my dad, this is my child, this is my my brother, whatever. And then you go through that. And that's emotional. And sometimes emotional pain and emotional, difficulty is worse than any physical you can get. And then your heart stinks because you're watching the last part of this. And then you're mad because god damn it, I should be living my life. My kids are, out of high school, they're in college, they're gone. We're supposed to be traveling and doing whatever we want, and I can't. I'm tied to this house. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But if you just want to listen, that's fine. You ain't gotta say nothing. We here. We got you, babies. We got y'all. All right, I'm taking. Oh, sorry. I just hurt myself. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, Ted, it's law. It's a roller coaster. Oh God. And then you feel bad because you're mad about it. You feel bad and you don't dare say it out loud because people are gonna think you're a monster. You're not a monster. You're human. I mean, you're fine. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. Anyway, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let me go, y'all. Let me go. I've had to see my sister-in-law dressed as a gold lame and beaded Vienna sausage today. Okay. My brother-in-law was dressed like a Mexican gigolo with his taking care of business necklace on. I have to have time to myself now. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.